Go back the right way now. Go visit someone and watch those. Look at those steps that wife, that girlfriend, that mother yours walked with those packages in their hand. Walk up those steps, because that happened for me. I came home in 2020. In 2021, I went back to the same prison I was in, on where I got my education, and I went to their graduation. I went to inspire other brothers that were still in there, that are still in there, looking to come home. And I walked the steps that my wife used to walk every weekend. And I literally broke down walking down those steps. Like, wow, she had to go through all of this with no help and bringing those packages to me once a month.
35 pounds.
And it's amazing, and I found a newfound look, on life with our wives and our sisters and our mothers and our aunts, our women, because most of the time in the prison where I came from, 95% of women that's on the visit floor. And it might be 3% that's men. Wow. Need I say more? Because we have, we can't leave out the other gender.
Man, this is so good. This is so good. I mean, every time y'all say something, I can pull something else out of there. But we're closing. 5 minutes, 4 minutes. We close. I want to close with this.
We're not closing still. We taking over. We taking this over.
Man, look at here. So Anthony, you talked about communication, right? Let me tell you something. It's some brothers that come out here somewhat. When I say brothers, I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. But they don't know how to communicate, and their pride won't let them say, I don't know. I talked about that in my book. I have a chapter in my book called I Don't Know. Right? Yeah. And so we have to get them to the point where, okay, man, just have to accept the fact that you were away. You had somebody making decisions for you, so you didn't have to do a whole lot of communication. So my communication skills are lacking right now. So I don't know. Right.
Well, that's where learning the hard way come in. Some people got to learn the hard way, just like we had to learn to transition ourselves and to be better persons while we were in there, to come out here and be a better person. You're gonna have to, and I would dare to say, therapy is definitely number one on the totem pole. To getting yourself together. Also, to go into these groups that a lot of men don't like to go to when they come home. Oh, I don't need that. I did that in prison. I don't need to go to AA. I don't need to go to anger management class. Yes, we do. Yeah. Yes, we do. Yeah. We need these things. You know what I mean? So it's very important. So I understand. I'm with you 1,000% on that.
And this is another thing that I'm working on. I'm gonna have to see how I can fit it in, because it was about 15 guys. They came from little different units around here in Texas, and so I had a support group for men. When they come out, y'all need a safe space where you can talk. You can say, man, I don't know how to do this. This chick want me to do this. I don't know how to do this. What can you help me? You needed a safe space. But during that time, me and Kevin was still trying to duke this thing out. So it became too much for me. So I backed out. And I said, Kevin, will you take over the group? And he said, I will take over the group. But the guys, they so used to Miss Shelia just nurturing them. And they like, Miss Shelia, if you ain't going to be in the group, we ain't going to be in the group. Okay. But my thing is this: we need to create a safe space for these brothers coming out.
Absolutely, and that's really the key, right? But they got to want it too.
They got it. Those who
want it. And I tell people, listen, you ain't got to impress me. You ain't got to lie to me. Listen, at the end of the day, you got to look in the mirror with your own self and deal with whatever it is that your life is going about, right? And if you ain't willing to take some accountability and responsibility and find the guidance and the tools that you need to be the better person that you are, you're going to just be the same person you was. Pardon me. I'm in recovery, right? I got over 10 years, of sobriety, haven't had a drink, no drugs, no nothing, don't even smoke cigarettes, right? And I used to do this men's meeting. We had created this men's meeting out here. And the men's meeting is because when you go to a co-ed meeting, that ego comes out. guys want to talk and press and they're out. Yeah, I got clean. Now I'm driving a Mercedes Benz and I got the Rolexes and I got all this, right? And it's like, okay, is that recovery or that's ego, right? So we created this men's group where we can go in there and be vulnerable and cry. And I love that meeting because it was just all men. And we used to be able to sit there and open up on what's really going on without having that ego and having women looking at like, man, that's a tough guy, this, that, and the third. Get vulnerable. Sometimes to do that, you have to get uncomfortable to get to a comfortable feeling in life.
Yes.
And a lot of times we just don't want to do that and so we don't grow.
Yeah.
Growth comes from being uncomfortable.
You got to be uncomfortable with some things. You got to say some things you ain't willing to say, do some things, go to some. Man,
I go through a lot of uncomfort, but it comes with growth and development. The only way to grow, a baby don't come out of his mama's stomach, already knowing how to go to the refrigerator or breastfeed or pump, right?
Absolutely. And that's another thing that I learned. I learned incarcerated is that I begin to become an open book. And everybody that knows me knows that I'm an open book. I'm vulnerable to everything now.
Yeah.
Like I don't hold back anything in life. And so my journey has taken me to being able to embrace the negative and the positive. Anything that come my way, I embrace it and I crush it. As fast as the negativity comes in, my way, I crush it. That's out the way because I'm full positivity. And I think that's what a lot of people have to, for real. I think that's a part of your growth and development. You being able to, take that on and understand that, you're going to get a lot of negativity. We're going to get a lot of things that come to us. We got to take full accountability and responsibility for our lives. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. So the last few minutes, talk to us about Success After Lockdown. And why it was created.
So Success After Lockdown was actually created, as a platform for men and women that's formerly incarcerated home, as making a difference, doing something positive for their community, within their community and their lives, and their families. And it's bigger than a podcast. So we got a lot of big things that we're looking forward to with Success After Lockdown. One is definitely seeing us on the network soon, So, and we looking for any sponsors that can help us to bring in this message to Houston, to Utah, to Nebraska, everywhere, because there's a success in every state in this country, I believe, after lockdown. And we it's measured. This ain't just, we don't just talk about this, you successful, you rich. This is measured. Success is measured. And that's what we look at, and on our journey. We already been to Florida. We did our podcast in Florida. We look to do it in Atlanta next. We look to be in Houston. Another time we look to be in North Carolina, and we definitely want to stay connected to individuals like yourself and others that's formerly incarcerated, that's making a difference in their community and their state, because we want to travel, and tell our story and be able to get into the prisons and speak our truth.
So you must didn't get the memo or the email that y'all stuck with me.
Hey,
absolutely, we got it. That's what I'm talking like.
You got that email? Okay, I just want to make sure you got the email. But anyway, guys, from the comments in the feed, the audience have enjoyed this live, and we're definitely gonna have to do it again. And we're gonna have to get something where we can collaborate to do something again, where we can get couples in a group together. We can have a live with just couples.